What's going on YouTube? Welcome to D&CGaming Legion. My name is Chris, and in today's video I want to talk about the Hero Colosseum mode that was added in the free update for Dragon Ball X Xenoverse 2. Now let me start this off by saying that the Hero Colosseum mode is very fun to play. However, it unfortunately is also very grindy in the long run when you think about it. Now I'm going to talk specifically about the part about it that is very, grindy later in the video, but let me just talk about the gameplay in general. So it's a fun little idea they came up with. I like the idea of how you collect figures. They all have different abilities and stats. You build a deck of a bunch of different characters, and you have to use those characters' strengths to their advantages. And there's different spots you can place them in that give them bonuses, so you have to be strategic about where to place them. Some characters synergize well with others, so building your deck does take some strategy. I love all that. I also love the counterattack sequence they have, where when you're attacking, after your character performs their attack, sometimes a button prompt will appear saying counterattack, and it will show a bunch of buttons on screen, and you have to enter those buttons correctly, and if you do enter all the button prompts correctly, you do a counterattack, so you do a little extra damage. And sometimes this can potentially finish off the figure that you were attacking and potentially win the game for you in some situations. So it is probably really satisfying when that happens. I really do love that. And of course, there's really awesome music that's playing throughout the Colosseum when you're just playing matches. The animations for the characters are great. They actually attack each other, which is awesome. Then we have the Spirit Bomb feature, which is really cool too, where if you could charge a Spirit Bomb, you can damage the entire enemy team and their health as well, and that could also be used as a mechanic to turn the tide of battle. So the general game mode of it is fun, and the idea behind it is genius, and I would love to see them improve this. But, of course, this game mode does have some negative sides to it, which I'm going to talk about now. Alright, so on to the negative things that this game mode has. Now, there's two things that come to mind. One of them is a problem right now, and one of them is going to potentially be a problem for the future. My complaint with this game was that it's too much of a grind in the long run when you think about it. So, you can upgrade your figures, because as you play the game, you get experience. You also get these items that can improve your figures, and that experience and those items can be used to upgrade your figures and make them stronger. But the amount of experience required to level up a figure to the max level, it just takes a long amount of time, and that's just for one particular figure. The point is, you're going to have to play this game mode for a very, very, very long time to upgrade all your figures, and I feel like that grind is 100% completely unnecessary for what it's worth. Because for starters, as far as my knowledge goes, everything that's new to the Hero Colosseum mode that you can unlock is only for the Hero Colosseum mode. I don't believe there's any new outfits that you can unlock by playing the Hero Colosseum mode, or any moves or anything like that. Everything that's there is just only for the game mode itself. So, it just feels like a grind, because as you progress through the story, you fight more and more difficult opponents that have more and more powerful decks that are already leveled up, and if you want to be able to beat them, you have to level up your deck. You have to maybe change your deck and get characters that synergize well with each other or counter his deck. And the thing is, to get new figures, you have to open more or less loot boxes, which I believe are called time machine capsules. And essentially these get you random figures. It's all RNG based. You have no control over it. So good luck getting a figure that may or may not help you defeat your next opponent. And on top of that, you're going to have to upgrade the figure. It's too much when you think about it in the long run. It really should just be that all the figures are already upgraded or don't get upgraded at all. So it's a matter of just getting your hands on said figure and then just building the according team with said figure. Because when you think about it, it's still going to be RNG getting that figure. You're going to keep opening boxes, hoping for the best. So there's that. So in short, they're pretty much trying to get you to play the game a lot longer than you would normally need to. Plus, to open these loot boxes, you need to use TP medals, which those you can get in the game by, grinding some of the expert missions, and you can get a relatively quick amount of them, really quick, because the most expensive thing to buy with the TP medals right now for the Hero Colosseum is only 20 TP medals, so that's not bad. You can get that quick. But however, if you are going to be planning on opening a lot of different loot boxes, that's going to add up to 100 TP medals relatively quickly, so you are going to have to grind a little bit for that. But my next complaint has to do with the TP medals as microtransactions. So, for this moment in time, as of this video being recorded, right now you cannot purchase TP medals with real-life money, but the option is going to be there because there is an option in the Hero Colosseum mode that says buy TP medals, and it would bring you to, say, the Xbox Live marketplace or the PlayStation store, and you can then spend real-life money to buy TP medals. I feel like this is a problem because this is stepping in bad territory. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, they're harmless. What's the problem with people having the option to buy TP medals with real-life money? Someone probably will throw the argument out saying that they don't have much time to play video games, so for them, it's nice to have the option of buying TP medals, so that way when they do have time to play video games, they don't have to do the ridiculously long grind that the game has. Well, for one, if the game didn't have a ridiculously long grind, you would not be having a problem then, as far as playing the game and unlocking stuff and making progress. But two, to counter that argument, if you don't have much time to be playing video games, like if we're talking you only have an hour to play a video game before you have to go do something, perhaps you shouldn't be playing video games in the first place then if you don't have the time. And to follow up with that, why would you spend real-life money trying to make progress in a game that you barely have any time to play at all? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And that begs the question, what did these people do before microtransactions existed? Like a game like, say, Skyrim, that, is a really big open world game that takes hundreds of hours to do everything. If you don't have much time to play that, what did you do before there were microtransactions? Like, did you not play Skyrim? Like, I have to question, what did these people do years ago before this was a thing? But let me just get to the real problem regarding the microtransactions. So, as I said, right now they might be harmless and not really affecting the game in any way, shape, or form. But you have to think long-term for a second. Remember, big things have small beginnings. They might start off with some harmless microtransactions right now, but in the future, it could get a lot worse. What if they tamper with the amount of TP medals that you can earn in the, say, the extra missions or parallel quests? If they reduce that and give you more of an incentive to buy TP medals and microtransactions, then we have a problem, because they're trying to, screw you over for your money. I'm also worried for the future of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, which is no doubt one day going to happen. Are they going to have microtransactions in that as well? And are they going to be worse? Now, I understand games are a business and they need to make money, but considering how Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 sold so many copies, they made plenty of money off that. Plus, they had a season pass, which consisted of 4 DLCs, and now they just had the first extra DLC pack come out, which also has a season pass. The point is, they're making plenty of money. They don't need any extra money at this point in time. So, these microtransactions do kind of look a little greedy. So, if you care about the future of gaming, and you're worried about the future for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, I would highly recommend you do not buy these microtransactions. Don't give them any money for this. If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Don't let the third game have these bad business practices in the future. We have to stop this now, before it gets out of hand. Alright, well anyway, that's more or less my overall thoughts, or slash opinion on the Hero Colosseum mode. So, in summary, once again, it's fun to play, but it is grindy, and also has microtransactions, which could be bad for the future. Well anyway, that's the end of this video. If you like anything about the video, hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button as well, and stay tuned for more videos on Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Until next time, this is Chris from D&CGaming Legion, signing off.